What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. Yesterday, Bitcoin got a weekly candle close above the 2-year-long downward sloping resistance. This is arguably one of the most bullish signals we've seen in multiple years. So we're going to be talking about all of this and more in today's video. Definitely hit that like button. Let's get as many likes as we can on this video. I'm looking at the CryptoWatch asset card list, and what we can see is that Bitcoin is down 1% in the past 24 hours, trading around 9,640. And flipping through the asset cards, despite being down in the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is up on the week, up on the month, and up on the year. By far, the most important time frame to be looking at right now is the weekly chart. In my previous videos, I was discussing that if Bitcoin could get a weekly candle close above 9,500 and above this resistance, then it's quite possible that we will get some continuation to the upside and look to test the $10,500 level. Most traders, most investors in the Bitcoin market know about 10,500. This is our previous macro high from early February. Keep in mind, if Bitcoin was able to actually get a break above the $10,500 level on this run, this would mean that we would be creating the first macro higher high in multiple years. And ultimately what that would mean is Bitcoin is finally getting a shift out of this multi-year sideways pattern, this pennant formation that we've been in. If Bitcoin is able to get above the multi-year resistance and at least maintain that previous multi-year resistance, that would mean that Bitcoin is actually pivoting out of this formation and it would be forming unique market structure. For those of us that are bullish on Bitcoin, this is what we need to look out for. We need to look out for Bitcoin testing that previous macro high. And if we get a break above that, that will be the first higher high in 2 years. And that could be a confirmation that Bitcoin is entering a long-term bull market post-halving. Even if 10,500 does act as resistance, what we need to remember is that this multi-year resistance is actually being broken right now. And as long as we can remain above this previous downward sloping resistance as new support, that would mean that Bitcoin is creating unique market structure above a previous multi-year downtrend. Taking a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, if Bitcoin does not maintain this previous multi-year resistance as new support and we break below it, things can get a little bit more bearish for the time being. We could be dropping as low as 7,700 on the next major downside target if we can't maintain support. At least 82 to 8,400, if not 7,700 within this bearish scenario that I have mapped out. Also, if you bring out the fib retrace and you go from swing low to swing high, that target comes in around the 382. So the 382 from swing low to swing high would be that downside target. But again, guys, I got to remain bullish on Bitcoin. We're in an upward sloping trend. There's nothing telling me that this trend has to stop yet. If we break below the upward sloping trend and we break below the multi-year resistance, which is now new support, then we could see some downside targets get hit. But for now, things are being maintained. Things are looking good. In fact, I do think that testing 10,500 is more likely than a breakdown at this point. And at some point, in my opinion, Bitcoin is going to re-enter another long-term bull market, and we just had the halving, and every other bull market took place after the halving. So I would not ignore these bullish signals right now, guys. Don't ignore the bullish signals. And I want to remind you guys of this tweet I made back on April 25th. And the tweet goes, sometimes the market is just bullish and you have to accept that you're going to make money. This is difficult for Bitcoin holders to understand after 2 years of bearish price action. But if you want to take full advantage of what is to come, you have to have this realization. So you guys have to remember, at some point, Bitcoin is going to become bullish again. And as you guys know on this channel, we used a classic technical analysis indication to tell us that Bitcoin did find its major market low. And this indication cannot be ignored, guys. You cannot ignore this. This is classic. After we hit 20,000, that peak, we had a spike in volume, highest levels of volume in that area. After we hit 3150, or right around when we hit that low, we had the highest levels of volume in that area. Right when we hit 14,000, we had the highest levels of volume in that area. And right when we hit 3858, we actually got record levels of volume on this weekly candle higher than the 20K peak. This, in my opinion, tells me that there is extremely large amount of interest for Bitcoin at those low levels, that is the major market low. And also considering how much volume we've gotten here recently, this tells me that Bitcoin has found its base of support. We are breaking above a multi-year resistance. And if we can get above 10,500, this would very likely usher in a long-term bull market. my purpose in this market right now is to prepare for the future of finance. I want to be ready for the future. Here in the United States, the House just passed another $3 trillion aid bill. We are seeing money printing taking place at a level that we have never seen before. We are also seeing major players from Wall Street step in and betting hundreds of millions of dollars on Bitcoin. This is not a joke, guys. Bitcoin is slowly becoming the preferred hedge against inflation. Limited supply currencies like Bitcoin will be the preferred alternative. My purpose in this market right now is to prepare for the future of finance. I'm looking at everything from a long-term perspective, and I encourage you guys to also do the same. Bitcoin is the most valued cryptocurrency, and it is becoming the preferred hedge against inflation. Also, we have to consider that major corporations like Oracle, like Microsoft, like Google are looking at certain crypto projects such as Chainlink and Ethereum. So there are definitely opportunities in this market besides Bitcoin. And that is what I'm doing in my Patreon. I'm actually building an altcoin portfolio, and you guys can see all of the altcoins that I'm interested in. And I'm using CryptoWatch to manage that portfolio. Guys, definitely check out the CryptoWatch platform. Click that link below. It's my preferred platform for charting and trading. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.